Stormy Daniels, she took the stand for a second time. They're saying some of the evidence against her is kind of damaging, or against Trump is kind of damaging now. From what I've heard, they had a rebuttal of some sorts, which was they were trying to damage her credibility. Typical, what you would expect. We're still down here right now. I was hoping I could get a clip of maybe Stormy, but that didn't happen. So basically, I'm just going to come down here quickly, just give you guys an update, like I promised. Once again, down here a lot. It's kind of dull right now. I mean, it's stagnant. I mean, really, where you're going to have a real place of honor, if you want to say, is going to be in the last coming days, the last few days of the trial. That was the same thing when I did Jonathan Major's trial. You really don't get the real gist to everything. And get the full impact until probably like the second or third day. So I'm giving you guys a quick little scoop real quick. That's all I have for us an update right now. I'm sorry I couldn't offer you more, but potentially I will be able to a little bit later on. But as of right now, there's nothing more to offer. There's nothing more to offer you as far as a diatribe about what's going on with him, other than Stormy Daniels took the trial, took the stand once again for the second time now. And something else to say. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but that's the way it is. We'll give you guys a quick little pan, and then I'm out of here because I've got other stuff to do. As you can see, almost every major media outlet is out here. Of course, I'm over here in the press area. That's one end of the press area right here. This is another end right here. Okay. And I said, and this is multiple countries. It's not just national, it's international outlets as well that have come from a little bit everywhere. I've met people from Brazil, I've met people from Paris, I've met people from a little bit of everywhere. So this is, make no question about it, no mistake about an international trial at this point. Once again, the update is Stormy Daniels took the trial for the second time today. And evidently some of the information that was derived was evidently damning to him, depending on who you ask. you know. Also, I want to point out that his legal defense team, which is a female that I wasn't beknowns of, she actually came to the stand today and took on as far as defense position and said quite clearly herself that Miss Stormy Daniels had some inconsistent storylines for the better part of what I want to say. What I'm allowed to say here, whatever, for reference of that. Shout out to Revolt TV once again. Shout out to Vlad TV. I'm down here once again at the Trump trial, New York City. For you guys that don't live near here, you get at least a little grass of it or whatever the case may be. This is the actual building where the trial is being held at. I'll just tell you like this, about 3 floors down from where you see right there at the top. So 3 floors down. I'm not going to tell you what floor, so you know. And as many of you know, I was in the court area the first day of the trial, but unfortunately we had someone down here that decided to set themselves on fire in front of the courthouse here, and subsequently died of their injuries about a week later. So I want to say RIP to his family, at the very least. I think that's considerable. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but some people, they go to that measure to get their point across. There's some people that are actually a little bit over here that I showed you guys earlier this morning with a sign. I think they've disappeared since, but they were definitely anti-Trump. Like I said, and I'll repeat again, I'm not anti-Trump. I'm just anti-Biden. I mean, pro-Trump. I'm just anti-Biden. I guess you want to say when it comes to that measure. So somebody asked me that earlier. I said, well, let me explain to you because, yeah, I'm not a supporter of say I want to put there. My political stance is not this. So, all right. Let me turn this back to me. Guys, other than that, I'm out of here. There's not much to report today. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, shout out to Revolt TV. I was here. And shout out to Vlad TV. I was here. What are my feelings about what's going on here? I think there's a lot of people that are disgruntled. I think you're going to see more disgruntled people as time progresses and it goes by. Just by the look of just about, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 people I saw here early this morning. I was here, 6:30? So just by the looks of people I saw from this morning or whatever, there's some that felt a little disgruntled, some that felt a little sort of a way or whatever the case may be based on different reasons. They all gathered here today. So, you know, And then if I take in the point of the guy that subsequently set himself on fire about a week ago, he goes for no rain or reason. Don't worry, guys. I'm just walking over here to get out of the way. Right now, we got a lot of people walking out and everything like that. But like I said, yeah, man, it's been a mess down here. Shout out to all the guys down here at the courthouse down here. They never give me a hard time. They always are nice to me and cool with me. So I like to always, you know what I mean, give them a shout out or whatever, where it's needed and where it's deserved. So shout out to everybody down here at the courthouse doing their due diligence. I saw a few familiar faces. Matter of fact, I was over eating just a few minutes ago and saw two of the guys over there. It's like, where are you at? Hey, so that was cool, man. So shout out to them. But yeah, I was over here, man. I went live with you guys earlier just to give you a little glimpse of what was going on out here. Like I said before, and I repeat again, Trump's being brought into a separate entryway. So the general press, we're not going to see her now. As far as Stormy Daniels, I believe she pulls up in the front here or whatever, but it's been acclated right now, and it's been just set off that you just basically have Trump leaving out of one certain section. Entering one certain section and leaving out of one certain section, and that's it not admissible to the public here. So, you know, unfortunately, that's what's going on. As y'all know, I'm always up at Trump Tower. I do a lot of work out of there. Go back to the past 6 years, so I'm a pretty familiar face up there. Shout out to Lynn Patton, who shouted me out before. Shout out to who was the other one? It was two of them. It was Lynn Patton. And Lynn Patton actually liked two of my posts, so shout out to her. And she gave me a nice little comment. And there was somebody else too, and I forgot what the guy's name is. He's the guy that's the neurosurgeon or something like that. What is his name? Ben something. But that guy, him too. So shout out to them or whatever, for both for just being cool people, whatever. And that was actually off this platform. That was on my other platform, as many other people know, because I made a whole post about it. So that was pretty cool. But shout out to Lynn Patton, shout out to Ben Carstens, and both of them for at least. And at that time, I think the video that I did at that time, I was commenting because Lynn Patton at the time, she was going to the local housing projects in New York City, and she was actually sleeping in them. And she was doing it as to show, I guess, the livelihood of the people that are there, the livelihood of the people that live there. It's a demonstration of that. That's what she did. So shout out to Lynn Patton for that and being courageous for doing that. And yeah, man, that was the time. I think that was 2000. It might have been 2020, 2021, one of the two. It was one of the two. And yeah, that was an interesting experience. Among many experiences and things that people I've interacted with, not only here on social media or whatever, but if a lot of people don't know, like, this is literally, I think that was the two. That was the two right there. And the only other one I could say that I had a reference to that I thought was a big deal, kind of specifically, just a smidgen, probably would have been Charlamagne the God at the time. Shout out to him. Me and him got into it for like a week. It was hilarious. Me and Charlamagne got into it. I got into it with Talib. I've gotten into it with a few people that are like journalists or whatever the case may be, because they don't tell you guys the truth. They give you a skirt version of the truth. And that's not journalistic integrity. You know, and that's written in there. That's not journalistic integrity at all. So if you're making up situations or you're exaggerating those situations and you're part of main multimedia, and like, we're not just talking about one conglomerate that Charlamagne's attached to. We're talking about several different contractual agreements. You know what I mean? So yeah. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. You know, I could take a troll, but at least be a troll that knows what's going on. You know, if you're gonna be a troll, at least be a troll that knows what's going on. He was talking about something it wasn't even contested with the conversation. So you gotta love people like that, guys. I'm gonna give you one more shot. Shout out to Revolt TV. Shout out to Blog TV. Once again, guys, we're down here at the Trump trial here in New York City. Like I said, it's not much to report on. Stormy Daniels has done her second day of testimony today here, and pretty much they're saying that some of the information that they got from her from testimony is kind of damning. I mean, it depends on who's doing the assessment here, I guess, more so to say than anything. But yeah, that's pretty much all the report on her. Trump's team, one of his team lawyers. She actually came out and made a rebuttal and questioned Stormy Daniels' credibility as far as the 2006 hush money, which was a accumulated to $130,000. That's what it's equated to. So I don't know if that jab is to actually getting his credibility or exactly what it is. But it's interesting nevertheless. I'm not going to get my personal feelings on it. I'll test it out or travel with that a little bit later on, guys. But I just want you guys to see there's multiple different conglomerates of press out here along with all of us here. So this is the two little areas out here. New York City Police, of course. And like I said, you're not going to be able to see Trump on camera. Hold on, I'm going to turn this back around here. You're not going to be able to see Trump on camera. He's been taken through a separate entrance, so the view of the public is not there at all. So I got told that in a little email today, so I'm cool with that. So you guys won't see him on camera, but what I'm going to try to do is, last time he did kind of like one of these open press, so I'll try to catch that. All right. Other than that, I'm out of here, guys. I will talk to you later.